how difficult is it when you guys, you're just not getting much going early in the games, and then it just leaves that the last few innings have to go your way, both offensively and then, you can't have balls falling.
Yeah, that's right. It's, if you gotta get some offense early, you got a little bit of a cushion, but they didn't have a cushion either at the end of the game. So scored in the first, which is a win. Xander getting picked off maybe killed a little bit of momentum we had in the first, but that stuff happens. We just gotta, figure a way to build those same kind of bats that we built with 2 outs there in that first inning. We just weren't able to do it.
I know when Michael had gone into the 7th the last couple times, giving up a couple hits. Did that play into it, or how was he feeling after 6 tonight?
Yeah, he was feeling good. He definitely wanted to go another inning. We had kind of decided pregame that his workload over the past 3 or 4 starts warranted maybe slightly less workload tonight, and we felt that he kind of cruised through those 6 innings. Felt like it was a good time to hand it over to the bullpen.
Did the way he pitched tonight, did that make you think twice kind of about that, about potentially giving him that?
Oh yeah, every time he pitches makes me think twice about leaving him in the game or taking him out of the game. He's a great pitcher, and he was on his game tonight. It was fun to watch.
What did you make of his numbers have been good so far, but it looked like tonight maybe his command was a little better?
Yeah, I think his command was definitely better, and I think he had the changeup working really well. He matched up good against these hitters with that changeup. All the lefties that they had in the lineup, and then he had the sweeper going to the righties. So he just had that good mix against righties and lefties tonight that kept those guys off balance and really limited them, just to one big swing.
What did you see on Wynn's go-ahead triple? Tough play for Nick.
Tough play for Nick. He went for it. Can't fault him on that. He makes that catch. He's a foot away or whatever it was, from basically changing the game and keeping it where it was. That ball, if he just lets it fall, does the guy from second score? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe. Who knows? But he went for it. That's what we wanted players to do. We wanted him to go for it. We wanted him to play with freedom, and him going for it, felt like he could get it. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't.
I know you can have a platinum glover or gold glover at every spot, but when you have to move Fernando in, I'm assuming because of the lefty, it does leave you vulnerable to that. How much does that go into considering where you're going to play guys?
Not a ton, honestly. We're trying to score runs, and you want to play offense. You want to play offense early, and get ahead, and then you can put your defense in late. Is kind of, the way I look at it. You just can't have both at all times. And right now we're just not scoring a ton of runs, so I feel like get as many good bats in there as we can with a good matchup, and see if we can outscore the other team a little earlier. But we're not able to do that tonight.
I think I know the answer to this. Your thoughts? It seemed that Fernando was safe at second there. And what did you see?
I can only see what's on the scoreboard, and my opinion was not the same as the umpires.
You could have had a defensive replacement out there in the 7th inning for Nick too, right? What was your thoughts on that?
Well, we want his bat in the lineup, and we felt like we needed to score some runs. And so in a tie game, you want him swinging the bat. He's been swinging the bat hot here, and that's what we're thinking. You can't, if I'm guessing the ball's going to get hit the right field, I'm going to be guessing wrong a lot.